James, how much does your past playoff experience, everything you've learned, been through, drive you in games like this, especially these last two games, knowing you guys had to win both of these games and the team needed the best from you and all your teammates?
Well, we talked about it that, after the first two games, they did what they were supposed to do. And now we get an opportunity to go back home and do what we're supposed to do, and we did that. So it's best out of three, and whoever can get a road win. For us, it was being aggressive. I think our mentality changed, especially after game two. Be more aggressive on both ends of the ball, defensively, making sure that everything that they get wasn't easy. They still got a lot of offensive rebounds and missed a lot of open shots, but we did also. So I think both teams were fighting, and you got tired legs, you got guys playing a lot of minutes, and it's whoever can make the plays.
Mr. Harden, can you talk about PJ's play tonight? I know he had 17 points, but this is his third straight game with 10-plus rebounds.
I mean, that's what he does. He plays his butt off every possession, and his talent is playing hard. So he brings that every night. We expect that from him. There's no letdowns from what he brings to the game, and so we can count on that every night. And tonight he made some big shots.
When you guys are in the smaller lineup with 5 shooters on the floor together, what does that do for your options to drive even without a screen or without a switch?
It just varies. Sometimes, through that small lineup, we got to make sure we're smart about when we're cutting and when we're setting screens, and when the guys or shooters are ready to shoot. And so they do a good job of loading up, and sometimes we can get them early in transition and try to get to the basket, but for the most part, they do a really good job, especially Draymond and KD, of loading up and try to contest shots at the rim. So as I'm driving, my head is up, and I'm looking for those guys and looking for the rim protection. And if I don't see it, I go finish. But if not, I kick the ball out, and guys are ready to shoot.
Golden State talked a lot about how physical you guys are. How much pride does the team take in being physical and being tough and just kind of out-toughing the other team?
Well, it's not. Obviously it's the playoffs, so the physicality increases. But when you're dealing with these guys, if you let Clay and Steph run around and shoot threes, you don't got no chance. So the only chance we have is to be into their bodies and make every shot that they take contested. That's what it is. And obviously we know they're going to make some tough shots. KD's going to make some tough shots, but we can't get discouraged. We got to take the ball out and go back at them.
James, how would you assess your three-point defense as a team throughout this entire series?
It's been solid. I think they've missed a lot of shots. Offensive rebounds, we got to do a better job of rebounding the basketball. They got a lot of offensive rebounds opportunities and missed threes. I can remember KD had one and Steph just had one. So we got to do an unbelievable job of rebounding the basketball. I think if we're very good on our switches and we rebound the basketball, they don't get threes off. But if we mess up and they get threes off and we don't rebound the basketball, they get more threes off, then it's going to make it difficult for us.
James, does momentum mean anything in this series?
I hope so. I hope we have it. You got two teams that are battling, that are just every possession is a fight. Every possession is a fight. Defensively, we're not trying to make mistakes. Defensively, they're not trying to make mistakes. They're not trying to give up threes. We're not trying to give up threes. It's every possession. It's whoever can round up the most stops in a row and offensively get going. I think in that third quarter we did a really good job of getting stops and pushing the lead up to 17. But then in the fourth, we couldn't really score. And they had 24 points. They couldn't really score. So I don't know. That's what it's about.
And you missed the free throw.
Why you want to bring that up? I got to make that. But luckily, they missed the shot. We got a rebound, and Chris made one. So he saved me.
James, Austin Rivers had 10 points and 6 rebounds coming off the bench. Can you just talk about the confidence you guys have in Austin coming off the bench and what he does to the team when he's on the floor?
He's a warrior. He don't care. He's going to play his butt off. He's not scared of anybody on the court. He's going to take the big shot. He's going to guard whoever on the court, whether it's the biggest guy or the smallest guy. That's the type of players you want to go to war with in the postseason. And so he comes into the game with that edge. And we look for him to be aggressive and taking shots, and he's been doing that. Even getting to the basket, trying to finish. He brings it on both ends of the floor, and he's been huge for us in this series and in the postseason.
James, to your left. It's been nearly a week since you had the eye injury. It still looks very red. Is it still bothering you at all, or does it just look?
Nah, it just looks crazy. It just looks crazy, but it's getting better. I'm able to run around and see what I'm doing, so that's all that matters. Doctor said it would probably be a couple more days or maybe another week before it clears out. So as long as I can keep putting my eye drops in and I don't feel any pain or any soreness in my eye, it should be good.
James, the offense really was flowing for you guys in the second and third quarter. You mentioned heavy minutes and whatnot. What do you think happened that made scoring so difficult down the stretch?
Nothing. They everything tightened up in the fourth quarter. So we went through a stretch where we couldn't score. They went through a stretch where Draymond got a couple layups, but other than that, they really couldn't score either. 24 points defensively against anybody is a great quarter, but against the Warriors is even better. So we only had 19, but luckily we gave ourselves a cushion in that third quarter to sustain it. That's what it's about.
After the first two games, James, did you make an effort to try and be maybe a little more efficient in games 3 and 4, or attack more, be a little more aggressive at times on your home court?
I'm always trying to be efficient. The first game, there was a lot of shots threes where I got fouled on and it wasn't called, so it might look like I wasn't efficient. Second game, I couldn't see. So I'm always trying to be efficient. I'm always trying to score the basketball. Most shots are going to be tougher than others, but for the most part, I work on those tough shots. So just continue to be aggressive, take my shots, and like I said, like I always say, you'll live with the results as long as you put the work in.
Last question, please. And James, in the last few years since the Warriors started winning, they seem to put together runs and take teams out. They haven't been able to do that to you guys the last couple of seasons, last year and then this year. Is it a mental toughness to be able to withstand them making 30-footers and KD doing what he does?
Yeah, and most teams can't go back at them. Most teams don't have the personnel to compete with them defensively and then offensively go back at them. So that's all we're doing. Like we know what's at stake. We know who we're playing against. We're not gonna let up. Like we're gonna keep coming at you until the end of the game. So like I said, every possession is gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a battle, and we got to get ready for Game 5.